Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Tarot with Training Wheels. This is lesson number 9. If you're new here, welcome. I definitely recommend that you begin with lesson number 1 rather than today's lesson, which is lesson number 9 if you've never caught one of these before. There will definitely be a link to the full Tarot with Training Wheels playlist in the cards and in the description box down below so that you don't lose track of the lessons in this series. But for those of us who have been keeping time with it so far, it is time now to talk about court cards. Whew! Okay, so before we dive into keywords, let's just take a moment. So I really like to keep this as a separate section outside of the regular suits because the court cards feel entirely different to me than the Ace through 10 cards do. The court cards really are the people in the tarot. They are aspects of yourself. They are people or aspects of people in your life. And so I really feel like we need to look at them rather than simply an energy that could be of a situation. We want to look at them as an energy that could be of a situation, yes, but could also be a personality trait. So I like to kind of phrase these keywords a little differently so I could see them as personality traits or as energies. Yeah, it's a bigger ask, but I think it's worth the time to find a personality trait for each of the 16 court cards that resonates for you and that makes you immediately bring a certain personality type to mind. It will make it so much easier when you go to draw these cards in a reading if you have even just one little personality trait that captures the essence of that particular court card. So with that said, let's dive in. So we're beginning with the Page, or in this case, the Princess of Wands, or over here, the Knave of Wands. And this is a really great example of how the court cards can have all kinds of different names. But essentially, you'll have a youth, an adolescent or young adult, a feminine or kind of mothery kind of energy, and a masculine or fathery kind of energy that are older. So you have this sort of hierarchy of energy of each for each of the suits. So I like to look at that a number of ways, and I dive a lot deeper into this into my more comprehensive course. But for now, just focus on the fact that the Page, Princess, or Knave is the sort of youthful energy of that suit. So of course, we're back to the Wands and we're looking at fire. So the youthful energy of fire for me is curiosity. The Page or the Princess or the Knave of Wands is highly curious. They're like, ooh, what's that? It like catches their attention, right? So I love curiosity as a personality trait for the Page or Princess or Knave of Wands. When we get to the Knight, I want to see how they move. So not just how they are, but how they engage with the world, because they're often on the move in some way. Now, our Knight or Prince, in this case of Wands, or our Knight of Wands, as in these two cards, the keyword I like to use for him is brave. He is going to go right into the heat of battle, as we see here, with flames all around him here. And here we have a hornet, I think, hovering over a wand, and that fox is going to pick up the wand anyways because he's brave. So bravery is a really great quality to capture the essence of the Knight, or in this case, the Prince of Wands. The Queen of Wands is so many things, but one of the words that I think really captures her energy is she is sovereign. She is aware of her worth. To me, sovereignty is about really being in your power, and the Queen of Wands is definitely in her power. Look at the sass over here in the Tattoo Tarot. Look at the don't you dare mess with me energy of the fox here in the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. And look at the fire raging behind the woman here in the Queen of Wands of the Druidcraft Tarot, and the ready to bite you or scratch your face off cat right between her legs down here. She is fully in her power. She is sovereign. I love that personality trait keyword for the Queen of Wands. To me, the King of Wands is inspiring. He is somebody who is charismatic and really draws you in. He's somebody you want to follow, who you want to believe in. He's full of fire and passion for what it is that he does and what he wants to do. And so to me, inspiring is such a great word to capture the ruler of the wand suit. Next, we're into the swords. Again, we're back into the realm of the mind, the element of air. And here we have the Page, the Knave, or the Princess of Swords. And swords being in the mind and that youthful energy of the mind, what I think of is inquisitive. they want to know how things work, right? They want to know why a thing is. They are the child that incessantly asks why. To me, that is the energy of the Page or the Princess of Swords. And I really feel like inquisitive is an easy word to capture the energy of how the Page of Swords will move through the world. So inquisitive. Our Knight of Swords is fast. He's moving fast, and he doesn't take the time to really take in what's happening around him. He just goes. And that energy to me is impulsive. So my word for the Prince or the Knight of Swords is impulsive. He is not considering consequence. He's just going to do the thing. And I think he represents kind of the speed of thought. He's not slowing things down. He's just going. So I like the word impulsive for the Knight or the Prince of Swords. Next, we have our Queen of Swords, and she, again, the queen or the mother of the mind. And here we have honest. The Queen of Swords is honest. Now, she's not always kind, but she will be honest. She will tell you how it is, whether you want to hear it or not. She is very direct and forthright, and I like the word honest. She's not afraid of her words being cutting because she feels like they need to be said. And that is sort of what captures some of the energy of the Queen of Swords for me. So if I needed to pick just one keyword, I feel like honest definitely does it. And our King of Swords, I see him as strategic. He sees all the moving parts because he's able to really zoom out on a situation and look at how it works. He will plan his moves, and he will not care how it affects other people as long as he reaches his desired goal. That can be good, that can be not so great, but I definitely see him as strategic. He tends to think transactionally and strategically about his moves, so this word really works for me. Our Page, our Princess, or our Knave of Cups. We are now into the element of water, the realm of emotion. To me, the Page, the Knave, the Princess, they're idealistic. They see the best in everything. They think everything is going to be great. They've got rose-colored glasses on. And I like the word idealistic for the Princess, Page, or Knave of Cups. Here we have the Knight of Cups. And the word I've chosen here is charming. He moves in the direction of his heart. So he's really great at recognizing how to move through the world in that emotion-led way. And I think charming is a great word for the Prince or the Knight of Cups. Next, we have the Queen of Cups. I see her as loving. She is whole within her emotions, and she wants to share that emotion with other people. She's often offering her cup forward to others. So the Queen of Cups, loving. Our King of Cups, wise. He is kind, he is also loving, but he is a little more balanced with his emotions, maybe not so free to just give it out to anybody like the Queen of Cups might be. He's a little less generous with his emotions, but he's very wise and he's approachable. I like the word wise for the King of Cups. Next, we have the Princess, Knave, or Page of Pentacles, and this is the realm of material pursuits, of like our earthly things, the things that are going to make us progress in the earthly realm, in the things that matter to us on a mundane level. And so I really see that the Page, or that youthful energy of the earthly suit, is studious. They're going to do all the things they need to do to get where they need to get in life. Sometimes that's studying from a young age, or it's working hard from a young age. But there's definitely this feeling of like being studious or hardworking. I just like the word studious here. I think it really applies to the Page or the youthful energy of Pentacles. And here we have our Prince or our Knight of Pentacles. And notice how he's very slow moving. His horse is standing still. He's very careful and he's cautious. The word I like to use for the Prince or Knight of Pentacles is dependable. He is somebody you can count on. If you give him something and tell him to take it from point A to point B, by goodness, it is going to get from point A to point B. It might not get there in a hurry, but it's going to get there. And I think that's the thing about the Prince or Knight of Pentacles, is that he's going to be steady, reliable, dependable. So I love the word dependable for the Knight of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. She wants everybody to be comfortable, right? She's going to be the one that offers you a snack or something to drink. She is the person who is really focused on everyone's material comfort. She will be generous, sometimes to a fault, and she'll make sure everybody around her is taken care of, sometimes to her own detriment. But comfort is such a great word. If you're around a Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Coins, you're probably feeling kind of comfortable. And that brings us finally to our last card in the deck, deck the King of Pentacles, and I see him as knowledgeable. He has gotten where he's gotten in life by really working hard, studying, learning, applying himself, putting all the work in, and now he is somebody that you can go to for advice on how to do the same thing for yourself. He is somebody that knows what he's doing. He has put in the time. He is now a teacher or somebody that you can rely on to be knowledgeable about whatever it is that you need to learn. So our King of Pentacles, knowledgeable. Oh my goodness. So that is all 16 court cards, all 16 personality types of the court of the tarot. I think these are really great keywords to use to get you started getting to know them all. Please do take some time to get to know these different personality types. And I think a really worthwhile homework activity would be to think of somebody in your life who you would see as curious or brave or sovereign or inspiring. They don't even have to be somebody you know personally, but maybe somebody you see in media or on TV or in movies. Try to think of somebody that sort of has each of these traits, and you might even be able to group somebody. You might know somebody who's both impulsive and inquisitive, or somebody who's both idealistic and charming, or maybe somebody who is both dependable and inspiring. And so this is the kind of thing that can become really, really useful. All right, you guys. That is it for today's lesson. Do spend some time making sure you're really comfortable with your keywords. This is your last chance to refine them before we put everything together in the next lesson. Now, remember, if you have been enjoying Tarot with Training Wheels, but you want to go even deeper into this method to really truly make it your own, do check out my Tarot Bootcamp for Beginners course, which is over at supportivetarot.com. Thank you very, very much. Please be sure and click the like button if you enjoyed today's lesson or you found value in it. Subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you're notified of all my future videos. Thank you so, so much, and may your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye, guys.